Oh, shit.
What?
Oh, I fucking just deleted the results. Like, just randomly, I think.
Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake. How the fuck did I do that?
Trash. Do you know how to access your trash? Go back. Go to the phone.
Oh, there we go. Ah! It's ASK-A-WAI. I'm John Pollock, and he's Wei Ting, the man you clicked on this video for, and I'm the unfortunate person you have to deal with to listen to Wei. How are you?
So, I'm great.
I know you are. That's what everyone tells me.
Yeah, pretty good.
That's great. You are. Have you gotten through the WrestleMania hangover period?
Yeah, I think I've just moved on to a regular work hangover, I suppose. A regular hangover.
Oh, regular?
Yeah, I've been drinking a lot.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Well, whatever gets you through the night.
Yeah.
I have my schedule down pretty pat. You know, for all this wrestling you gotta watch every week, Where you gotta have a schedule. Mm-hmm. And Tuesday night, I sat down, I was gonna go watch Impact. And before I could hit play, I was just like, I just can't. I can't watch anything. Yeah. And I ended up going to sleep early. That was what I did.
I don't blame you, man.
I couldn't watch more wrestling.
I think if you had an excuse to take a week off, it would be this week.
Well, I came back with a fury and watched everything on Wednesday night that I had to catch up on.
Not only did you watch everything, I think you rewatched a lot of things in order to do this version of this edition of ASK-A-WAI.
This was a well thought out game, but not well thought out in terms of the person that would have to go back and verify all of this. Steve Austin, Jesus Christ, man. Like, the beers were just a stupid thing for me to throw in. That was the last one I inserted, and it was the hardest.
Okay. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it, everyone. If you want to hear Wei's original... Well, I'm going to recap them. Forget last week's video. The first one we went through was who will be featured in the final image before WrestleMania goes off the air. I think this was kind of a gimme to start. Wei said Roman Reigns, and he was correct. It was Roman Reigns holding up the title on the corner turnbuckle as we went off this lengthy broadcast. How long? That was another one that we'll get to. Shane McMahon and his attire. Would he come out in a singlet, shorts, trunks, a gi, or pants? Wei said he would come out with a jersey, which would get torn off, and he would wear black pants, track pants, maybe with white stripes. And I just simply said trunks.
You thought he would come out without a shirt and just trunks, like Brock Lesnar.
I thought he was going to take the pants off after the entrance, and because I think this guy's putting a lot of work into his physique that he would want to showcase it, but that was... Guy still looked in pretty great shape.
However, actually, something that was pointed out to me, I expected him to take the shirt off too, but something that was pointed out to me by our colleague Robin Black was that it looked like Shane, he could tell, had some type of stuntman's vest underneath his jersey for that fall. So that could be a reason why he kept it on. Yeah.
Well, Shane McMahon came out and he wore and competed with black pants on. So
okay.
You did pick black track pants, and that is acceptable.
Right.
The length of America the Beautiful, from the first word of the song until the end of the final word.
Yeah, we overshot this.
Was the time, yes.
Both of us.
It was Fifth Harmony, and they went a total of, well, first off, Wei said, first he said 2 minutes, then he increased it to 2:30.
You guilted me into thinking that it would be more than that.
Well, you finished on 3 minutes and 1 second is how high you went. I simply said 3 minutes flat, 1 minute and 40 seconds.
Yeah.
If there was one thing that they did speed up on that broadcast, it was America the Beautiful.
I don't think it's usually longer than that, to be honest.
I've never looked at the length before.
Now you know.
One that was just, nobody was going to get this one correct. The second to last match Wei believed the Battle Royal would be, it was The Rock against Eric Rowan. That is a match.
Come on.
There was a bell rung, a man lost, and a winner was declared.
Fine.
An impromptu match, but a match nonetheless. The number of minutes that WrestleMania lasts, including the pre and post shows, from the moment they went on the air at 5 o'clock until they went off the air. This thing went so damn long, there was no post show. But we still went long.
How did you calculate that? I guess you just added the length of the pre-show plus the...
Yes,
okay.
When the network show ended.
Okay.
So Wei predicted 7 hours and 24 minutes. So you were actually, this was small. This was a shorter WrestleMania.
Oh, it was more than that.
This was No. It was less. It was not 7:24.
Oh, okay.
It was less than that. Yeah.
How
So
long
I'm
was
saying. Well, I predicted 6 hours and 46 minutes. It turned out to be 6 hours and 51 minutes and 57 seconds.
You're pretty spot on.
If you want the exact, 411 minutes and 57 seconds was, if you tuned in at 5 o'clock, that is what you spent on WrestleMania.
Still, just give me a
6:51. I don't think the WWE will ever produce a show this long.
When we watched every second of it.
I really hope they take from that next year and we get a much
I think
more...
it'll be longer next year.
Don't say that.
Kidding me?
Do not say that. The first entrance on the WrestleMania broadcast. Now, this is WrestleMania proper, so we did not include the pre-show because we knew what the first match would be. Wai, you predicted The Rock would come out to start WrestleMania. It was Dolph Ziggler.
Close enough. Yeah.
Exactly. Which entrance requires extras to be used? And of course, you could pick more than one. Wai predicted The New Day, Triple H, Roman Reigns, and The Undertaker coming out with druids. And I guess this one's up for debate, so Wai, you can act as the judge here. Triple H certainly had extras. Sasha Banks came out with Snoop Dogg
I would say that.
performer,
Yeah, that
which I would classify as extras. They are not managers in the sense. I would not consider Ric Flair an extra. That is part of the Charlotte entrance.
Yep.
And the other one would have to be Shane McMahon.
It would have to be.
3 extras.
Yeah, his kids.
Yes. The attendance number they announce. Wai predicted 101,293. I said 103,173. Let's go back to Wai's, okay? 101,293. The announced attendance, 101,763. Damn close, Wai.
Pretty proud of
That was pretty close. This was a fun one. The number of actual McMahons, blood McMahons, to appear on the broadcast, not just on a video package in either a backstage segment or out in the arena.
In the crowd, yes.
Wai predicted 3, that we would see Stephanie, Vince, and Shane. I predicted 5. And the answer, we had Shane, we had his 3 sons, and Stephanie, plus at ringside, these would not count towards the total. We did see Linda and Marissa McMahon.
Why doesn't Linda count?
I was saying she married into. So, I mean, if we're not going to count Triple H, how can you count Linda?
She gave birth to the actual McMahons. Come on.
Well,
the mother has to count.
Well, fine.
Linda
Then it brings it up to 6. Does
I would
Marissa count? Marissa gave birth.
I would say Marissa should count too.
Well, then really Triple H should count.
He should really count as well.
But we established this last week, though, that the ones that married into do not count.
Okay, so but then the question is, who people that have the last name McMahon? Is that it?
Blood McMahons.
Blood. Okay.
Well, fine. If you want to include them, you can include Linda Marissa, but there was no Vince.
So you're basically asking who has McMahon blood in their DNA. That's what you're.
Wait, I knew this would be a complicated one, so I explained it last week. I mean, if you want to include them all.
We need to do a DNA test. You don't know what illegitimate children Vince might have.
Okay. Does Flo Rida perform live? This one was much easier. Wai said yes. The answer was no.
I was surprised. No musical. I mean, Snoop Dogg,
that damn song still has a piece of my brain.
I'm still reeling from that WrestleMania in Orlando. The Pitbull. I'm still reeling from that one.
I never want to go to Flo Rida's house. I never want to be welcome there. Yeah. The Undertaker versus Shane McMahon. Over or under 20 minutes. Wai said over. I said under, prefacing it that they would have a big brawl before the bell would ring. It was over. It was way over. 30 minutes and 5 seconds of these two. Probably 4 of which were moments you'll remember.
It was jiu-jitsu. It was great Shane McMahon ground game that we got to see.
We did. All 30:05 of it. The color of Ric Flair's blazer. Wai said a black blazer on blue pants. We got gray on gray. Didn't hit that one out of the park. The length of Howard Finkel's roll call for the Hall of Fame class, over or under 3 minutes.
How long did it take you to time all this, by the way? That's what I want to know.
Less time than you would think, but I will say I dedicated at least 20 minutes to all of this, maybe a little longer.
That's wow.
So it ended up being under 2 minutes and 19 seconds. And let me say, it would have been a lot shorter because this got extended because Sting got his own entrance on top of the introductions of everybody.
Do that.
And then at the end, Howard Finkel returned to once again categorize everyone as the Hall of Fame class of 2016. Cool. So that one was under. The women's three-way. Who comes out first? Wai said Sasha Banks. The answer was Becky Lynch. Roman Reigns' entrance from backstage through the crowd. You said backstage, and it was a backstage entrance by Roman Reigns. Shawn Michaels delivers a super kick to whom or to no one. Wai predicted Roman Reigns would eat a super kick, but in fact it was Alberto Del Rio and King Barrett who both had the sweet chin music delivered to them. The Rock name drops which of the following during his promo? Baywatch, Ballers, Ronda Rousey, Jerry Jones, or the Dallas Cowboys.
Or none.
Or none. You predicted Baywatch. The closest he came to any of those was calling out the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, as he pronounced it. Mm-hmm. The Rock, does he wear jeans or track pants? You predicted jeans.
Ugh.
He watched this video and he messed with you. He went with track pants.
Tear off track pants.
Yes. Absolutely. It was the weekend of track pant tearaways.
If they were tear off jeans, I would have been doubly impressed.
Boy, well, that could be a denim gimmick for Cesaro, perhaps. The predominant color of Michael Hayes' outfit at the Hall of Fame. You said red, I said blue, black and white for Michael Hayes.
White.
Almost an underwhelming outfit.
Yeah.
Fanny pack or not.
I'll say so.
All right, this one was a tough one. An image of Hulk Hogan makes it onto the broadcast. And Wai?
Did it? I didn't notice.
I want your ruling on whether this is an image of Hulk Hogan from the opening video.
It's the lower half of his body, so I would say no.
In fairness, if you're gonna argue that Linda helped create the McMahons,
yeah,
I mean Hulk Hogan, that is his lifeblood down there. That is Hulk Hogan. All of Hulk Hogan and 10 inches down there that is being displayed.
Yeah. I would say no.
Okay. That's going to be a greatly debated topic.
It's also a heavily airbrushed poster anyway, so you can argue that it's not even really him to begin with.
I mean, that's, to me, a great analogy of Hulk Hogan himself to the public.
Oh.
Okay, our final one, and the most difficult to break down, was Steve Austin opens how many cans of beer on the broadcast. Now, he was in the ring with Shawn Michaels and Mick Foley. What I could count, Kevin Dunn really messed with this because he was cutting all over the place, cutting away, new beers would show up. What I counted was that he caught 10, but opened 8 himself. There were 2 handoffs to Foley and Michaels, and even Michaels going to the floor to get his own
So those don't
refill.
count. Those do not count.
Well, the question was how many cans Steve Austin himself opens.
Yeah.
My official count was 8, but this could be a debated one as well because it was a close one.
I'm gonna go with 8 because I don't think anybody will ever go back to do their research to prove you wrong.
Well, I had said 10, you had predicted 7, so we were both off in that regard. So there you go. That was our prop bets for WrestleMania.
These are cool. All of these would make a great little fact video. Like a did you know?
Yeah, WWE should do a new episode of The List.
Yeah.
And derive from this video. Someone probably will in Stanford, and we'll probably get no credit for it.
Well, they can have it.
This was a great pop-up video.
Great idea
for them.
So maybe next year I'll ask you the question.
Oh, I can't wait. Orlando, here we go. Now, we also mentioned next week on Review Away, we're going to do a retrospective look at Shinsuke Nakamura, who made his WWE debut last Friday night with Sami Zayn. We're going to look back at matches that you requested on the Law message board, as well as some ones we wanted to check out. So we're going to read through those matches that we are going to review. We're going to start with Shinsuke Nakamura and Yoshihiro Takayama, which was Nakamura's first Tokyo Dome main event. This match, which might be surprising to some if you had never watched it before and just hearing these two names having a match, what the actual outcome was, this also at the Tokyo Dome, involving Nakamura and Brock Lesnar during Brock Lesnar's ill-fated time in New Japan. Then we'll go to the 2011 G1 Finals with Nakamura and Tetsuya Naito. Then, this was Wai's match of the year in 2013.
Yes, it was.
Nakamura and Kazushi Sakuraba at Wrestle Kingdom 7 from January the 4th of 2013. Then a match that took place in 2014 with Ring of Honor. It was Nakamura and Kevin Steen. And then we will wrap up with a recent match over the last year from Rev Pro with Nakamura and Zack Sabre Jr., who is also coming to WWE and will be in the Global Cruiserweight Series. So I think that gives you a wide range of Nakamura matches and what is out there.
And we might even do one of his MMA matches.
That's true. We're going to include one of those as well. We'll definitely talk about his time in CMLL because that was really the transformation of him from how he was introduced in New Japan and then evolving the character and style that has become so synonymous with him. So you can check that out. That will be up Wednesday at liveaudiowrestling.com. Myself and Wei Ting going through those matches that you have the next week to go check out yourself, and you can leave feedback on the message board.
And if you go to the message board, we'll probably have links to most of these matches.
Yes, we also want to pick matches that the most people could also find through New Japan World and, of course, our other friendly sites out there that are so kind to keep the non-WWE of Shinsuke Nakamura out there for the free viewing public.
Yeah.
That is going to wrap up this week's edition of ASK-A-WAI. A new show drops every Friday here at youtube.com/liveaudiowrestling. Subscribe to our videos, and we'll be back Sunday night, 11 Eastern on The Law, which you can listen to at the website. We'll be joined by EC3 of TNA, Dave Meltzer, lots of WrestleMania fallout, what went down on Raw the night after WrestleMania, and we'll probably be discussing the New Japan Invasion attack card in some form as well. So that is all for Wei Ting. I am John Pollock, and we'll speak with you next time on ASK-A-WAI.